recording. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Wow, we're doing this live, and I flubbed it already. Welcome to another episode of Movie Club. Mike and I are doing this live on our Twitch channel because of scheduling conflicts. But we're here
And
to
that
talk
means,
about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning,
oh,
or
okay.
Dead Reckoning Part Two.
Yeah, okay. So I sort of put out the obvious start here. I appreciate how it starts on as so there's the movie before this is Dead Reckoning Part 1. They have not renamed it.
Well, no, so they've dropped the Part One.
Is it officially not Part 1 anymore?
Yeah, if you go to stream it or anything like that,
Okay.
it is they
Let's
dropped the
see.
Part One.
Yeah, I
And in
gotta
fact,
see.
they may have dropped that while it was in theaters.
No, you're right. Okay. On Amazon it is totally just Dead Reckoning.
Yeah. Which
Yes,
I will say before we get into this, I'm glad that I rewatched the first one, the first Mission Impossible,
Mhm.
because holy hell, does this movie lean back on that?
Yeah, this is like when we like do like Fast and Furious stuff, you're like, you at this point just need to watch all of them. This is one of those
Well,
films where it's like, you need to watch a good chunk.
I think honestly, for Final Reckoning to make sense and for the references to hit, I think you just need to see the first one
Hmm.
because that is like plot critical to have seen the first one. I guess if you want to watch three just to watch one of the greatest performances ever put to film with Philip Seymour Hoffman's performance,
Yeah.
that's probably a good one that you could watch too because they reference that a little bit, but it's like one line. And then obviously you need to watch Dead Reckoning for this
Hmm.
to make sense. Um, I like how they cut out like two, four, five. They cut out more than half of the franchise to wrap it all up.
Also, I appreciate how somehow in this day and age where no one seems to be able to do sequels anymore, like at any reasonable time, these films are still coming out like every like few years.
Well, I think it helped that they shot Final Reckoning pretty
But like we
closely
have
after.
films that like were shot in like 21 that are coming out this year still.
Yeah. I mean, that's not super uncommon because you'll have stuff that like goes through the festival circuit and then finally gets picked up. But yeah, it's cool to see. It's cool to see probably the last true action star
Yeah.
pumping out movies at this rate.
And we still have some years with him.
Oh yeah, I mean, supposedly there's a Top Gun 3
Hmm.
coming out, which I don't think we really need to do, but um, everything's got to be a trilogy now. And yeah, I mean, I guess as long as he is willing to, I mean, he's in his 60s now. Like, I guess as long as he's willing to jump out of a plane, he'll still make stuff. But, like, okay, Mission Impossible's done. Then you've got, okay, Top Gun, which supposedly they're Top Gun 3. Is that going to be his franchise that he rides into the ground? And I think the thing with Tom Cruise is it doesn't feel like he is one of those people.
Hmm.
Right? Like if during the production of Top Gun 3 he realizes this ain't it, chief. Like I can't keep doing this. He's done. Right?
Do you think
He's not gonna try to make a Top Gun 4 or a Top Gun 5 where he can barely walk.
I don't know, I feel like there's a point where imagine like an 82-year-old him.
Well, Harrison Ford in the Indiana Jones movies,
Yeah. Stiff leg.
right? Like, so, but yeah, I mean, again, stellar performances. Like, these movies always, for whatever reason, the plots are always dumb as hell, but they're fun,
Hmm.
right? Like, I really do feel like Mission Impossible was the last bastion of kind of those like Ocean's 13 heist movies,
Ah.
right? Where you know in the end, like the good guys are gonna win.
Hmm.
You know that the entire time. But there's always those moments where like, oh, maybe not, maybe not. Like, how are they gonna overcome this? How are they gonna do that? How are they, how are they gonna sleight of hand this? How are they gonna do, um, how is he gonna get this thing so they can do that? Uh, I do like that they gave Ving Rhames a very like heartfelt send off because I mean he's the one guy that's been in all of these
Hmm.
other than Tom Cruise. So it's like okay, yeah, you killed his character off, but you also made him like the most important person. So I just
Jumping.
like I loved that comment that he made in the sub when he's like, "You spend too much time on the internet," right? When the seal tries to attack him, like that's what these final two movies really get at. It really does feel like the Mission Impossible take on Chat GPT, I guess, is the best way to put it.
No, and
Like,
it's interesting because like the first one, it's funny because like it came out before the AI stuff really became a thing, and then now it's like, wow, this is quite the timing.
you mean Dead Reckoning?
Yeah,
I mean, Chat GPT was out. Like,
but like now when they're filming it,
yeah, it had to have been.
mm
That movie's not as old as you think.
23, they filmed it in 21.
Yeah.
September 21, it was not out.
I mean, okay, maybe not GPT, like that product, but there were definitely like LLMs out there.
Yeah, no, that's like that tag
So,
exists. It just wasn't like what it was.
yeah.
Also, can we appreciate this has to I forget this sometimes, but this series has to have the weirdest string of directors of any film series of all time.
Yeah.
Just so we start with Brian De Palma, right?
Who
The
does a
classic,
decent job with the first one.
right? Go to John Woo, the second one.
And it shows.
The third one, we go to J.J. Abrams.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like these are all Skydance movies.
Okay, then we go to hot off the Incredible. I think it's like right now Incredibles 2, Brad Bird.
Yeah. I wonder if the John Woo influence on two is why they kind of shun it. Because
Mmm.
like, oh, it's not really a Mission Impossible movie because it's a John Woo movie more than anything. But which, if that's the case, that's dumb. Like John Woo is one of the planet's best action directors, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, he loves his dubs, but those Hong Kong action movies are, I mean, still to this day, right? Like
Oh yeah.
action movies reference that Hong Kong scene all the time.
What I don't understand is it does not. Looking back, it does not feel like it fits Mission Impossible. But
No, absolutely not.
coming back here, so obviously this is, I'm assuming, a send-off film. We're gonna pretend that things actually end in today's world. Is there anyone you felt did not get a good send-off?
Um, I mean, I guess it depends on how you define good, right? Like, would I have loved to have seen? Um, God, I just blanked on his name. The CIA guy, Kittredge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would I have loved to have seen Kittredge take one to the face? I think like the relief of that would have been huge because it's like Kittredge has basically been ruining Ethan Hunt's life the entire time. So, I mean, other than that, right? Like sappy send off. Also, I don't get why they do it in London because that's like London's the most surveillance heavy city
In the world, still,
in
right?
the West, if
Mm-hmm.
not the world.
Well, historically it was the world, but probably now realism more the
Yeah.
West.
So you're trying to tell me like these people are just hiding in this city?
You mean these people are not recognized at all on any technology on these
Yeah.
cameras tracking them?
That's what I don't get.
Oh,
So
that's fair. Oh, wait,
I
what
guess
about?
yeah, in a way, that's what I mean by like they didn't have a great send off because they just kind of go about their way. But also, that's exactly what they would want, right? Like, I mean, there is the comment that Luther makes of like, "What are we gonna do? Retire? Go fishing?" Right? There is no retirement in this job. So to see them just walking away, I don't know. It just feels a little weird.
Wait, what do you think of the infamous Tom Cruise stunt of this film with the holding onto the plane?
I mean, it was safe because they had him wired up, but
Like, do you think it ranks well on his like crazy stuff he's done to these films?
um, I don't think it's the best hanging onto a plane scene. Right? What was it Ghost Protocol? I think where
Mm-hmm.
he literally hangs onto the side while a jet takes off. I think that scene is way cooler. Yes, it's less involved, but you're doing it on a jet, not a biplane. Also, like wing walkers exist, right? So it's kind of one of those where you're like, I mean, it's really not. It's dangerous, yes, but there are people that do this for a living. So
No,
maybe
that's
not
true.
to that
It's
extent, but
so here's my question I always wonder. How bad do we think the life insurance policy on him from the studios is? Like, how expensive we talking?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if because he's a producer, the life insurance policies aren't that bad. Because it's like, well, I mean, if he dies, he's the one funding this or partially funding it, right? So there goes this movie. So yes, we sunk money into it, but also so did he. And the studio could use it as a write off if they wanted to.
No, no,
So,
that's fair. That's fair. I
but
think this is a
yeah.
really good film. Do you think this would kind of go on the higher end of the films, which is what I'm kind of feeling?
Um, well, I will say this, right? Like them going back through all of the films at the beginning or in like the title sequence
Mm-hmm.
really showcases that jump from one to two to three in terms of visual quality.
Like that's that era too. Like every film, I feel
Yeah,
like during that era, we look back, we goes, "Oh, you see it."
yeah, and like four onward all kind of look the same because they're using effectively the same cameras. But I would say Final Reckoning. I think its length is definitely a hindrance to this film. It's basically 3 hours. These films are the perfect like 2 hour, 210. Get in, get your action set pieces, get out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess a great example going back to the Ocean's movies is those movies aren't that long.
No, they are. Aren't they like 110 minutes or something?
I mean, Ocean's 11 is just under 2 hours. It's 156. So, I mean, Ocean's 13
Yeah.
is probably the longest.
Ocean 13 is 153.
13 is 2 2 hours 2 minutes
Hmm.
for Ocean
I
13.
got. I just pulled our. That's I have Ocean's 12 is 2.5.
Okay, is
Is Google broken for us?
I'm on IMDb,
Ah, I'm on Google. I
so
have no clue what it's calling from.
Ocean's 12 is
Wait,
listed at 2.5. So I mean, like again, 2 hours, like 2 hours, 2 hours 10, maybe 15 is the perfect length for these action heist movies.
mm-hmm.
I feel like because they tried to cram in, finishing up the storyline from the first movie, that felt like it dragged on a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm not,
this.
I guess, I'm not saying
Why
it's a
did?
bad storyline. I think it's cool that they reference it and circle back to it. I just feel like you could do that entire sequence without.
But I guess I'm going back to is like so like this and like Fast and Furious are the only two real like final like action franchises of these sizes I feel like right now. Why did they both at the same time decide to like do a part one and part two to end this?
Yeah.
I thought we learned already these were bad ideas.
I mean, Harry Potter did it and did okay in terms of box office.
But like it's the only one that I think pulled it off.
Yeah.
Everyone else after that,
Yeah,
we
I
don't
don't
look
think
kindly
Hunger
on.
Games really pulled it off. Twilight, probably, because there's a bunch of horny teenagers. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of other movies that did a part one, part two that would have pulled it off. I guess Avengers, technically, right? Like, you know,
It's Avengers, but like they undid a part one, but they were one of those who be like, yeah, it's like they were like, this is no longer that quite the same.
yeah, but I guess it's still technically like, oh, they're wrapping up you know,
Sure. And
the
if it was,
Thanos
but like the
story.
point
So,
is, so we have two of probably like 10 failures. And they're the two most successful franchises basically ever.
yeah, I'm sure there's more that we're just not. And maybe there's series out there that technically it's part one, part two, but it's not called that. Um, which I guess gets into kind of the murky depths of a sequel versus you a two part thing. So
Hmm.
I will say the visuals for this movie were stunning.
No, you could tell they've
I really
like
want to go
improved the tech
watch
so much.
this in IMAX,
What did you see it in?
just a regular theater because it was the only one that
Oh, wow.
I wanted to watch it in Dolby, but I think Lilo and Stitch was in Dolby
Yeah, I
um,
think you're right.
until like 6:30 at night, and I'm like, dude, this is a 3-hour movie. Ain't no way. So, um, but probably my favorite shot from this movie was as he's getting out of the submarine and the other one's right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of those like oh shit moments that this franchise captures so well. And I mean the funny thing is there's not much in the way of I don't think there's any dialogue. There's maybe some music, but then there's just the ambient sound of these two subs that are literally on top of each other. And I got to give him credit. The sound design for this movie, as well as the visuals, I think helped take this into. It's probably not going to be up for contention of like best best film
Maybe like best editing? Maybe
maybe,
no.
um, best effects maybe, but this film because of its visuals and audio mixing, in my mind, goes from oh yeah that was fun to all right this is in rotation, right? Like this is a rainy Friday afternoon. I've got nothing else to do. I'm just gonna sit inside and watch a movie and drink some bourbon. This is on that rotation now.
No, that's
So, but again, the 3 hour like kind of one of the reasons we're dancing around like not really talking about plot is it's 3 hours of you kind of know exactly what's going to happen. And I wish there was more suspense.
there's see what
Right.
the so is there really suspense? Because the thing with these films is because it's like the pulpy nature of them is like the suspense isn't really there because like you know they're gonna win.
I mean, them calling it the final reckoning, I was part of me was walking into this movie going, they may just kill everyone off. Right? Ethan may be the only one left alive. And then, the bomb in the vault, I was like, okay, we're a step closer to that. And I was honestly kind of hoping that when the detonators went off, nobody came through the smoke. Right? Because nobody came through the dust. Because I feel like that would have put way more tension on, hey, we really need to get this done. Like, everyone around us is dying. And it just wasn't there. I mean, I guess it was kind of a feel good moment to see the three people come through the dust, but I don't know if I would have included that. I guess is my way of looking at it.
So would you have like killed everyone off? Do you think?
Um, I would have killed off. Uh, God, I already. I want to say Winslow, but that's not his name. Um, the CIA vault guy, his wife, and the IMF agent. I think I would have killed them there with the bomb. Just to put that much more emphasis on you have to do this right.
Mm-hmm.
And, there really is no fucking up. And then they don't. And then I'm like, okay, like, I know how this is going to end, but
But you want the moment.
it could have been. Honestly, I think a really interesting way that you could have ended this would be like Ethan gets Luther's virus onto the drive, and then Ethan dies. Like, he doesn't get his chute open,
Mm.
right? Like, he's
You do the
taking it,
James Bond
he's
thing.
going down with the ship, and then just your closing shot is just a slow zoom in on that drive playing that message that Ethan never hears. And I feel like that would have hit similar to killing off Iceman in Top Gun 2, I think. Maybe even harder.
Hmm.
Where it's like, oh my god, they actually, like, this is truly it. Um, Also, I think by killing off Ethan, that gives you the opportunity, if you want to continue this franchise, it gives you the opportunity to reboot. And yeah, I guess that's my one complaint is, well, my one complaint with the plot is everyone ends up all hunky dory, and as a as a filmmaker, it's like, okay, where do you go from here, right? Like,
Hmm.
yes, you've called it the final reckoning, but if Hollywood's taught us anything, nothing's final. So they're gonna reboot it, or they're gonna continue on, or they're gonna do something. If you had killed Ethan, that makes the decision a whole lot easier. So
And
I don't know. What do you think
that
about it? I feel like I've talked a lot about it. What's your?
no, I know. Again, I think this is one of the better ones. I think the first hour is kind of you first you go through flashbacks and kind of it's kind of almost weirdly chunked together. Like I'm curious, kind of when they film these, because they filmed them I thought back to back. Like I wonder if in the edit if any of these are like flip flop because like some of it felt a bit almost jarring and like that. But visually, it is probably the best looking in the series though, which is probably where a lot of it sometimes just kind of sit there and like ooh and ah the whole time.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they stepped up their lighting budget,
Hmm.
which isn't to say that the movies like four on ever looked bad, but this one just, I don't know, it just feels different.
Hmm.
And maybe it's using the digital IMAX cameras, and that's why it looks cleaner.
Which means you infamously never get to see it look the same again when you get home.
Well, no, because it's still that sensor capturing that detail. So you'll still get that detail. And in some ways, it may even look better because it's scaling it down,
Hmm.
um, versus, like, we clearly saw it with, the flashbacks to one. The quality on that has not aged well.
Mm.
I do think this will age, four on will age the best. And this one probably the
That is
best of the best.
this one I think will seems to be interesting of like do we think we've gotten to the point yet where like we think still CG like is now like oh it lasts forever but like we thought that before I feel like too. So I'm curious if that stays true.
I mean, the interesting thing is, right, like, if you look at Jurassic Park, yes, you can tell when CG is in play, but also it looks damn good.
Mm.
So it becomes the question of, are we relying too much on cheap CG? Right? If you're just shooting everything on a blue screen and then digitally imposing everything, it will eventually start to look its age.
Hmm.
But if you do like they did with Jurassic Park and go out and shoot real footage and then add stuff in, post that, I think that's how you're going to have it work the best. So, obviously, there was a lot of CG in this film because there had to be, but also so much of it is still practical.
Hmm.
And I think because of that, like I say, this will hold up the best. But yeah,
Okay, last question.
yeah,
Because my money's on no on this one.
okay.
Do we think this will break even?
Break even.
Yes.
What is the listed budget?
It's maybe the most expensive film of all time at around 400 million.
Uh, I could see it breaking even. Yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
not making a profit. Um, it's a PG-13 Tom Cruise action movie. Like, those things do gangbusters. So I'd be curious to see what is considered the most expensive movie ever because I mean for the longest time it was Pirates 3.
Mm-hmm. Because single films, because Avengers were double budget, as you can't like count them.
Yeah. But then the rumor for like what was the Dwayne Johnson Christmas movie?
Oh, red one,
Red One. The rumored budget for that was ridiculous.
250.
I heard higher than that. Um, yeah, I heard it was closer to like five.
Exist.
Um, so yeah, I guess that becomes a you know. Let's see. What do you think the Fast X budget is?
Mm-hmm. Three.
340. I believe Pirates 3 is like just under 400.
I still want to point out, it's wild to me that you could literally make like 10 to 15 mid-grade films for these budgets.
Oh, you could make. I guess was it Pirates 4 because this says it's 230. Or I guess is Dead Men Tell No Tales 3 or 4?
Is that not the last one? Is that not five?
It was released in 2017, so
That's five.
Curse, Dead, At World's End. On Stranger Tides, I believe, is the big one. On Stranger Tides is 250. At World's End is listed at 300. So, most expensive. The autofills are interesting for this question. Most expensive fruit grow a garden. Um, Force Awakens officially holds the record at 447. Way of Water could be higher than that. So, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was an estimated 432. Okay, so On Stranger Tides on Wikipedia is listed at 379.
Mm.
So, I mean, Dead Reckoning Part 1 was 291. Final Reckoning was 300. So I guess that's a huge difference. If it was 300, absolutely this thing breaks even and potentially makes money. If it's 400, that's a much different question. Because I mean that's the difference between 600,000 and 800,000, or 600 million and 800 million.
Yeah, that's a big difference number wise.
So
It's wild that this film, though, in an era where like the theaters are dying, did set the domestic box office record for Memorial Weekend.
yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like this dude's movies just sell, whether you like it or not. They sell.
This is true.
So yeah. All that to say, this is definitely a recommend.
Go see it in theaters. Big sound.
Yes, yeah. If you can
Go
see it
boom
in
boom.
theaters with big sound, absolutely.
Big bucket of popcorn?
I finished a medium bag
Hmm.
with maybe like half hour to go. Um, Also, I saw the movie at like 11:30 in the morning, so that was kind of my lunch. So
To be fair,
I guess if
there's
you,
nothing wrong with movie theater meals.
yeah, I guess if you like, if you're gonna turn this into a date night, which it becomes the whole night, um, and you grab dinner beforehand, I think you could get away with like one bucket between two people. Um,
Did you
yeah,
forget it was there sometimes?
what's that?
Did you forget it was there?
Yeah. So yeah,
Nice. On that note,
we'll
we
see
bid everyone.
everyone with the next movie club. Recording is stopped. Text is hidden. Game is up. Uh, ooh. Um, I think it's this one.
Oh, you have multiple guys, don't you?
Yeah. I have the multiples.
The multiples. Yeah. So you didn't die this weekend.
I did not. Somebody did end up in the hospital, but it was not me.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. One of the people in my brother's wedding party snapped his ankle.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So,
Is he? I'm assuming like not okay, but like okay.
yeah, he seems to be. Uh, he was on a shit ton of morphine. I know that.
Was it like
So,
early on or like midway through?
it was the last day, but it was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
What?
So, yeah.
That is quite the ending. I assume no one expected that one.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if people expected it, but I don't think a lot of people were surprised. Interesting. You can't do AI when you're doing co-op,
Hmm.
which I guess makes sense. But I do think it'd be kind of cool if like this game's built around kind of a four-person team.
Mm-hmm. You think they'll let you get up to 4 people?
It'd be kind of cool if it was like, hey, we'll replace your AI teammates with your real friends as they
Yeah,
join
just
it.
kind of like swap them out,
Yeah.
like how games used to.
Yeah.
It's like you think that they have the processing. It
Here's
doesn't
what
appear
I
so they
don't
don't.
understand, right? Like, this is another Ubisoft game. Why can we just kind of fuck around and have our own? We have two separate games running effectively
It's because of the old engine, I bet you.
over Far Cry's. Like, you can't be more than 300 meters apart.
But like they're not the same engine, are they not?
I have no idea, but
I'm assuming they're not. Is my
yeah,
guess.
my assumption would be that they're not. But it's like, why would you not try to keep that across your games?
Or like figure out why. Like what is so intuitive, like in the Far Cry engine, that makes it so much better versus like switching into something that can handle that of the other engines you run. Like this
Well, I
feels like it's a
guess
B Far Cry.
like is the Far Cry engine not still based off of Crytek?
But they would have built on top of it for decades at this point. Like sure
Right.
on a
That's
base probably, but not really at
yeah.
this point.
That's that's what I'm trying to get at. Is like obviously it's been built on since Far Cry One. Oh, is this? Do we have to go to Erewhon? Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Talk to Fox. Is there something else we can do so we're not just? Um,
I don't know, I really do not know understand how to read this.
well, since they've got all the shit on one map, and you can't. Um,
Are they not suspicious of us just showing in the air like this?
because we're in friendly space. Um, I can't filter to, hey, I just want story one, chapter one story missions showing up.
Mm-hmm.
I can go through and, from the menu, um, get into the different story chapters. But it's like they're on the map no matter what, which is kind of annoying.
Horn of plenty.
It's a big ass helicopter.
Right?
It's probably supposed to be like a Black Hawk or something. I fired up the conquest mode
Mm-hmm.
just to since we started getting back into this. God, that is hard.
So they give you AI for that, right?
Yeah, yeah. When you play on your own, you can have AI teammates. Um, but it's like everybody is a wolf. Everybody takes like 2 or 3 shots to go down. I'm gonna suggest we parachute down in.
That's what I was thinking.
Look at me,
This
Mom.
is,
I'm Tom Cruise. Wow, that helicopter got down in a hurry.
and I see another one for emergency backups. I might have missed that jump.
All right, I'm gonna fly the drone around and try to find this
Good
dude.
idea.
At the very least, it'll tag all the enemies. So
Anything specific in here we're looking? Oh yeah, we have objective. Anyone by me?
all right, we got at least one turret. All right, I got it, dude. That should give us info. So I'll just keep marking guys while I can.
Mm-hmm.
All
Civilians kill,
kinds of.
don't kill.
What's that?
Do not kill civilians, I assume.
No, but occasionally you can get info from them.
I get info from them. Do I shoot them?
Well, if they have info above their head, is how you get it. How you can tell if somebody will give you info.
Mm.
What are you trying to? If you down somebody or like shoot them enough to kill them, they'll go down. They'll go to a down state, and then you can.
Mm. That's good to know.
That was inconvenient.
Hmm.
I'm up on a roof, and they all saw me.
Oh, I thought I messed up.
Well, you did, but it was very much a. I have zero cover.
They don't know I exist fully yet. I appreciate this game. They are independent, like of knowing each other.
Yeah, but at times it's a little weird. It's like, okay, yes, it's nice, but also, like, if they see me, clearly there's probably somebody else. So, I guess, like, if you were, what's an airborne drone? Like, if you were playing with gear score, you could probably do it to where, like, I'm gonna, you know, I'll draw fire and you can sneak around because I have the better
Mm.
equipment to deal with that. So in that sense, it's nice. Um, oh shoot! Oh, it's the drone.
I'm inside the building.
Okay. The nice part is you usually only have to interrogate one person. Oh, we'll light them up, but I'm gonna light them up first.
Maybe not. Let's see.
I got the radio guys, so they shouldn't be able to call for backup.
Good, good.
He's chasing you with a shotgun.
I noticed. That's his life.
I was gonna say I was gonna third party him if I needed to.
There's the stairs.
All right, I got whatever we need. It's a 3D printer blueprint.
Huh.
No need to be afraid. There's just two dudes with a shit ton of weapons. Did you just?
No, I thought he'd talk.
Huh, no, he was giving us info on a location. I will say I do like that they don't have a penalty for that.
Well, they said it could make us lose the game.
Yeah, I assume if like you get a lot, way too rowdy. Maybe it would fail the game, but
There is a chopper up top. I'd suggest we check.
surprise, bitch. I gave him the worst surprise of all.
What was that?
A 5.56 to the dick,
It has to be worse surprise.
followed by several more.
Like in theory, there's worse surprises.
I don't know. The last thing you ever see is a muzzle flash, and then your dick's on fire.
Well, fair. That doesn't sound exactly fun.
Take a little tumble. I don't know what I'm hacking, but I'm hacking.
I'm going to go secure this helicopter for our escape.
So one of the cool things about it getting the info from civvies is it gives you can usually have an option for a bivouac,
Mm-hmm.
which is effectively fast travel. So I always choose that over anything else.
Hello, sir.
Well, they hear you.
That was almost really bad.
Yeah, I don't have much of a view, so um, let's see. There's a bunch of faction missions down to the south.
South, you said.
Yeah, there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 faction missions down here.
We're riding to the south. Okay, so give us a story that you can tell that you remember.
Oh, I remember the whole weekend.
Hmm.
I didn't get that drunk because the Airbnb was in my name, so I had to make sure it was,
Secured.
yeah, not on fire.
Was there any
Um,
moment you were concerned it would be?
what's that?
Was there ever a moment you were concerned it would be?
concerned.
Like it'd be on fire or broken, yada yada.
I mean, they did break something, but it's semi-repaired, and I haven't gotten an email about it. So,
Mm.
um, my cousin walked in Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night to the casino. In 20 minutes, won $400 on slots, and then was done. I mean, all told, the trip was down like a grand. Um, because we had multiple people down at least 400. I was down one, not fully 160 because I used cash for some other stuff during the
That's not
trip.
bad.
But yeah, I had like $180 in my wallet before the trip. I think I had like 15, 16 when I got home on Sunday. So
I like that. Be worse.
yeah,
We only have 7 more kilometers to go. At this point, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
it's gonna be 9 o'clock before we get there. Um, I will say though, it cements in my mind that if and when the time comes, my bachelor party won't be nowhere near a casino.
Why?
I just don't like them.
But, like they're fine, but like, do you just actually dislike them?
I love card games. Don't get me wrong. Like I love playing Hold'em. I love playing blackjack. Like all of that. I just don't like casinos.
We always make fun of them, saying you could see the social security checks being cashed.
Oh, so one of the guys on the trip was a casino virgin,
Oh,
and so I tried to help him like figure some stuff out. If you want to go buy these smoke wisps, those are bivouacs.
and what was that?
Um, just to unlock them on the way. But yeah, he's like, oh, I could totally see. You know, like, what the fuck was that? Oh, I just realized. So I never, excuse me, never switched audio on my PC to the system audio.
Oh no.
So I just got a first time chatter and follower, and so the sound played through my speaker and not through the stream. And that's why I said, "What the hell was that?" Um, but thank you, Potato79, for following, and I see your message, and we will talk later. All right,
Where is the
so we are
plan?
finding. It's in the northeastern. It's an old fishing station. It's hidden in a creek on an island.
I got faction leader right here. Is that what we want?
Oh, I assume this is a faction quest. So,
So I assume is what we want.
oh, that was a little close.
Ah, perfect landing.
I'm curious what
I
the
might have scared
side
some people.
quest is. It's funny. Your audio is just listed as teammate.
Same.
I'm gonna decline your cutscene. I'm gonna.
What?
Well, I'm running around grabbing other
They're
stuff.
talking
So
about their dating apps.
they're what?
They're talking about their dating apps.
Dating apps?
Mm-hmm.
I will say the morbid curiosity in me to go to Iceland to see if there really is an app to know you're not dating your cousin hasn't overcome me yet. But I think once I get back from Japan, it will be a much harder conversation to deny.
Deny.
Well, like, I want to go to Iceland anyway.
You're gonna do
Uh,
it like jump to jump or what?
well, no, when I get back from Japan. Like,
Oh, okay.
irregardless of going to Japan, I want to go to Iceland at some point. So, I do think it would be funny to go and see if there really is an app that says, hey, you're dating your cousin.
That would be pretty fun. How do you ask that like in a bar?
Oh, in a bar, it's easy. Because you just get a few drinks in and then be like, hey, I heard this exists.
Wait, did I ever tell you? My parents had a family friend who like grew up in one of those like neighborhoods where he had a list in his pocket in high school to make sure he wouldn't basically try to date his cousin.
I mean, at least he was trying to not to.
You know, he had like a list from his parents being like, "These are your cousins, like distant cousins' names."
Do you know how far it went? Because, I mean, that's actually something I'm curious. Because it's like,
It was like second or third. It was like I think it was like second cousins like once or twice a movie. It was like the cousins that like you've heard of or maybe kind of
okay.
know of, but like never actually met.
I was going to say,
Like
because
not the ones at holidays.
if it's a list of like fourth and fifth cousins, that it's like,
No, it wasn't that. But it was like just one of those towns where there's like
yeah.
everyone's kind of related, a little too literally.
I'm going to pick that up.
Yes. Are we back in 1 minute?
Okay. Click, 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 a click, click, a click. How many voice lines can I get going once? Did I level up yet? No. Okay.
Let's see.
Alright, that's still 3. Hack into the network. Destroy the Azrael.
Yes, I still have skill points. I have 2 skill points.
Hack the drones. Locate the commander. Locate the squad.
Upgrade my armory.
I want. Gather intel on the meeting. Alright, if we do this one. Where can we fast travel? We've got two that are kind of equidistant
Okay.
from this bivouac that I'm fast traveling to, so.
Let's upgrade my gun.
I'm going to deploy the bivouac so I can get a helicopter. Because that sentence makes sense.
Yeah, those words totally.
The garage. Let's go with the basic one. We'll go basic pitch.
Basic pitch.
Yeah, it's just a helicopter without any fun stuff on it. I'm about halfway to getting a monster of a helicopter.
Ooh. Maybe I built some mines
Nice.
and C4. So we have some options.
I've got Mark II C4. Um, which I believe just does more damage. I got some wolf friends.
Wolves. Should we kill them?
We had some wolf friends.
They are friendly though. And animal protein.
Yeah, you can make like rations and stuff like that. I've
Really?
never done it.
This game's craft system seems like surprisingly in depth.
Well, I should say I've never done it because I've never seen a reason to. Um, like I've never been in a situation where I need rations or something like that.
I can't believe I got that shot.
Well, you got detected.
Huh. And where are those people now? Let me check out the land by over here.
You got more dudes.
That's can
If you can work your way east towards the mountain, I can maybe get to you.
I'm not really that concerned. No, done. Might be a good spot if you want to get me. Because you have a.
All right, I'm gonna pick up this bivouac while we're on our way.
Suspicious noise.
They're suspicious minds.
Do I feel safe in this helicopter with you?
Northwest, northwest. It's over here.
Am I looking for? I
I
see
have
it.
no idea. Oh, talk to Morrison.
Me and Morrison gonna have a little conversation.
I'm joining her cutscene. I'm curious what that's gonna do for the helicopter.
Oh my god.
Jesus Morrison.
Did you see today the grandson of the 10th President of the United States died?
Finally,
Yep. 96?
I was gonna say he was in his mid to late 90s.
It is still the most wild thing, though. Like, that much longevity in a row.
I mean, De Niro's gonna. Well, I guess Pacino is gonna have that as well, right? Like, you know, Pacino's got a kid on the way, and he's in his what mid 80s.
Yeah, but then it'd be like the kid have to do the same thing.
Yeah,
So how's your chopper?
good question. I just got out of the cutscene, and they're calling reinforcements.
Yep.
And I just missed way more shots than I'd like to admit.
How many?
I don't know. I reloaded, so I can't tell you an exact number, but quite a few. There's a dude writhing in pain. Where is he at? Do you?
That's me. I think it's pretty
Oh, sniper.
get in.
Sniper's no longer.
Hello, civilians. I'm trying not to kill you here. Excuse me.
We have vanished. We are ghosts.
So I picked up. Are you ready for the new game I picked up?
What's that?
So the Turtles, like turn-based game. That's like an XCOM from Strange Scaffold came out.
Hmm.
I'm gonna play that after this.
Okay.
Like they do interesting games. I
Yeah.
think it's their first licensed game.
It's in the center of the province, south of Hangman Woods, southwest of Morrison's Bar. Oh, we flew over this outpost.
Oh,
We just gotta drop. We gotta vanish. Drop detection, is what I was gonna say.
so just chill.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk on over.
Are you running?
I mean, it's only 500 meters.
Only, he says.
I was gonna say, as I'm kind of taking the most direct approach, it'd be kind of hard to get a vehicle. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
All right, don't have to worry about him.
let's say.
Uh, Game, you wanna recognize my controller inputs, please? All right, drone up. Dude, right there. Wolf. I'm gonna assume they're over there where the.
I got wolf by me. I just think I have to take care of.
Well, hold off, because there's another sniper, as well as somebody else over here.
Wolf taken care of.
There's that one. Sim. All right, I think that's basically everyone.
No problem. As my life flashes before my eyes.
And we failed.
You died too?
No, you got detected.
Was there no detection?
Yeah, I said remain detected. Restart the mission. Um, Song for Revolution. That's what the name of it was. All right, I guess I'm gonna do this keyboard and mouse because my controller's freaking out.
Can you get that new controller?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like dying or every now and then I've had issues with it, um, where like specifically this game will lose it. Like it'll lose the input device.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it. Felt like that's what was happening.
So remain undetected.
All right, that's not what I wanted. I wanted
My throwable is the bullets. Nice.
283. That's just far enough that I have to worry about drop. I was so
What?
worried when that popped up on the map that we were getting detected.
Snipe mouse equip.
Shit. Shit. Got him. Who's.
Oh, that'll be yours. Don't alert.
I think they've seen a dead body, is the thing, so.
Yeah, they got me.
Yep. Do you not have a suppressed?
You do. I was trying to see what's going on over here to where we get into it, and that's where all I'm more by the body.
Oh. Then, so I'll try to get the first sniper that we run into, and then I'll work closer towards the entry gate,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to take the guy out from a different angle. Yeah, this game's a little, like, a tad more difficult without the aim assist that you get from a controller.
Yeah, it plays on controller.
I mean, I hope it would, right? Like, all right, I don't know what my equipment wheel is.
Well, on that, I don't either.
All right, that should have been a much cleaner kill. That was definitely me.
What happened?
I went to go prone and instead hit my ability.
Oh,
Um, and took a second to shoot the guy. All right. I'm gonna look up the controls real quick on keyboard and mouse because I had a path in. Um, I just need to be able to get to my breach kit. Controls. I or L. Okay, so that's that. All right. I now have my breach tool equipped somewhere.
mm, which you gonna go?
I'm gonna go through here if I can. Why is it not letting me breach the fence?
Your breach kit?
Yeah, it's in my inventory.
That's be equipped. I'm pretty sure.
I have to hold Alt, and that's how I open the window, the wheel. Yeah, it's just grayed out, or I guess red out.
Hmm.
But
What? Where'd the second game come from?
I don't know. We're gonna get this.
All aborted.
Before we start moving, I'm gonna look at skills and see if I am missing
I'll
something.
look to see what I got. I have other things.
All right, I acquired the skill for a breach torch. Let's see if that is now enough. The weird thing was I had one in my inventory. That's what I was trying to like.
Mm.
Shit. Where's the dude? Damn it, I keep hitting the fucking fence, I think. Yeah, I hit the fence on that one. That's my bad. Also, I shot the guy that I hadn't been shooting before.
Mm.
It's not letting me use any items.
Hmm. Oh, that does.
Hmm. Unless maybe I can't breach these.
Maybe. Cover the body. Embedded AI core. Remission possible.
Dun 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 dun.
Has to be the
Dun.
single most recognizable stinger, right? I feel like next to like James Bond.
I say Bond singers are definitely more recognizable, but
But that one's a pretty.
yeah. I mean, also like Bond's had 50 more years,
Mm-hmm.
so
I got it.
I'm pushing for this weapon crate.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a muzzle brake.
Jesus gonna die, isn't he?
I have no idea.
Also to clarify. Oh no, you're undetected. Okay, I was about to say.
I guess we could just go back the way we came in.
That's what I was doing.
We kind of cleared that path out.
Hello, sir. Just let's GTFO.
Yeah, you just have to get outside of the ring.
That was
Oh, and now
too
we
easy.
gotta. I mean, once we got it, yes. But also, this is a side mission. It's not a main mission. So.
You're welcome.
A Beretta M9. Nope. Net code.
I may have hit a tree stump.
Yeah, I had a few on my way over. I mean, I had to drop the dude. He was going to detect me.
Didn't have to.
I wonder if it was having issues with my controller because I took it off the dock
Mm.
while we were recording Movie Club,
So
and
it
it just turned
would.
off.
Oh.
Could it have
And
been
does
a
it not turn
weird
back
like?
on? Yeah, some games don't know how to do that well.
Well, I had been playing with it up until we
No, I mean
started
if
this
like the
side
controller
mission.
gets off, like some games don't have the systems to like reconnect it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like I had been playing with my controller up until we started playing that side mission, and then it started freaking out. So, are these? Oh, they're just new new options. Well, I guess we'll go to
Hmm.
Erewhon. We'll go to Erewhon. We'll talk to Fox. We'll guess some games,
I
and we'll
like
call
it.
it a night. Oh, I
It's
meant
like
to ask, can you solo next week?
okay.
Sweet.
Either be turtling or oblivioning.
Nice. Why don't you do turtles? If it's new.
That's fair. No, I'll do that. Maurice, my boy. Do you trust a man named Maurice?
Ruiz.
Mm-hmm.
Um, depends on what their first name is.
The enemy of my enemy.
Christina Cromwell. I'm gonna see what I can buy
I was doing
at the shop.
what? I buy a lot of things. Let me. There's so many different attachments.
Yeah, and honestly, like the only ones that really matter are extended mags and sights. I can't remember if it's a skill or if it's
Hmm.
uh class thing. But there's one that eliminates the penalty for using a sniper.
Mm.
Or sorry, suppressor. Um, is it echelon? Handgun proficiency. Engineer.
I'm gonna log off then. Did you finish your shopping?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that. I can't remember what it would
Mm.
have been under. Blooded syringe. Maybe it's in the conquest, but all right. My honey badger's locked at Mark 1. I believe the sniper's also marked at 1. A handgun though is
A
also
little
marked.
excessive.
Hmm.
A little excessive. Handgun? No, no.
Well, with the echelon class, if you have your handgun out and you're getting detected within 150 meters, you can left trigger and it snaps to them, and you can shoot
Mm.
them. It's a old Sam Fisher thing. Because that's what Echelon is, right? Like Echelon
Mm.
is Sam Fisher. So, alrighty, guess the game. Window capture. Let's see if it picks it up. Of course it doesn't. Guess the game. 110.
I always want you to think it will.
For whatever reason, Discord doesn't like to scale most of their UI.
I want to say something Japanese.
I want to say Killing Floor
Try it.
because it had that odd aesthetic. I'm not mad at Japanese, but also this
Same
doesn't tell
about.
us anything.
Mm-mm. We should know that, shouldn't we? Why does it look like an Iron Man reactor core in
Oh,
the
it's
middle?
definitely Iron Man esque. An FPS horror game.
Singularity?
Hmm. I didn't think that was highly rated at 76.
Proud of that one.
What is this? This is NES or SNES. Probably SNES. It looks a little too detailed for NES. Oh, is this a Sonic game?
That's what I was wondering. Or Donkey Kong. The bubbles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this too. We got it.
Yeah.
I never got the game, but it was Sonic.
Yeah, and the only reason I got it on the first go is I just clicked the first Sonic the Hedgehog that popped up. So
Are we sure this isn't like Skyrim?
this is PS3 360 because it's that muddy.
But that Skyrim's a kinda. It's
I mean,
that almost
Skyrim's in that
fantasy.
era, yes. Um,
What is this thing in the right? This like creature.
something dying or dead.
Hmm. God of War 3.
No, there's way too much green for this to be God of War.
Hmm. Mm. What is the Hellblade? Is it what's the one before Hellblade? That was the PS3 game.
I have no idea.
It's God of War 3.
Was it really that green? I am not remembering it being that green.
Oh, it's Ascension.
Oh, that's probably why.
That's why.
I was gonna say, God of War 3 is still that red and
God of War 3 actually still looks decent.
tan.
What in the PS3 360
Is this like Valiant
post hoc?
Hearts?
There's no way.
No, but it definitely had that feel of like.
Okay, I'm more confused now.
It's like a RTS maybe.
We have to keep going. Huh?
This isn't fair. This is in Spanish. This is now in English. Okay.
I don't know.
Elephant
Shooter game.
Mausoleum something hangar. I have no idea.
What?
Came out in early access last year.
I have nothing.
Yeah, I sure.
Nope, never heard of it. Um, quite the picture.
It's it's a Catholic picture. It's giving me like I know it isn't this, but Bioshock Infinite vibes.
Give me Fire Emblem vibes almost. Like a nice looking.
Never mind.
Is this Half-Life 1?
I don't believe so. It's been a very long time since I played it. Oh, this is like Time Crisis or House of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
Okay.
No? Huh?
I have no idea.
What is it?
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I've heard of
Is
it.
this the original?
It must
Because like
be.
they like just remade or whatever last year.
I would say Vampire the Masquerade has been remade, so that must be like the original this second. Um,
I have nothing on the
Persona.
No.
What else would be Japanese?
I guess maybe Persona 3, whatever the remake was.
Dancing Moonlight.
No. I think it was like Persona 3 remake. Maybe not then, but that would be my guess. I don't think it's 4 or 5. Those are the two I know the most.
I mean, this would at least get us a franchise.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh,
This is a, I believe, Sega game. Based on
Sleeping
the title.
Dogs?
No, okay, no. This is a Yakuza game, but which one?
Okay.
Um,
Tommy?
because this is karaoke. Yeah, okay, yep, the baby. Um, God, I don't remember that text log that popped up on the right. Yeah, I just don't remember that. 6 is weird because like the game switched at 7 to the Dragon Quest style. So for me, 6 kind of gets blocked out.
Oh.
Silent Hill.
It's something Japanese, I feel like. Like Boy Japanese.
All right, it's not even a Silent Hill franchise game.
I don't know. Witcher. No, it's trains. I was gonna say Witcher 2, but
Shit.
Oh,
What is this? It's not Outlast.
oh,
Oh,
and
it's
those
Metro Exodus, I believe.
without the PC first one. No,
Is it
isn't that
23rd?
Call of Cthulhu? I think it's Call of Cthulhu. Yeah. Damn. Your Metro guess was good,
Yeah, this isn't a Metro game.
right?
Unless is this
Give us the final guess, unless you have a.
is this Stalker?
Oh, the original.
The first one.
Or just do the protocol, just to see if we get it.
Okay, GSC would have given it to me, but
That was a.
I mean, this is Metro Exodus.
Mm-hmm.
This is maybe Metro 2033. This is like Outlast mixed with Metro. No idea. Shot in the dark.
The UI.
No, because the UI's changed.
Mm.
So, well,
Well,
that'll do it for tonight. Mike will be solo next week. I have a wedding to attend that weekend.
he's preparing his
So
stomach.
I'll be busy. You play a little Toidles.
Mm-hmm. The Twadas.
The Twatas. And we'll see everyone next week. Well, I won't see you. Mike will see you.